What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Today is going to be one that I was dreading for a little bit. I actually did not really think that I was going to make this video, but it turns out that some people could probably use the information because I had a hard time finding anything or even just looking it up. So like I want to definitely go through and I want to show you guys what's going on and exactly how to fix the problem. So on the table here, without this is my intercooler pipe like bracket thing or whatever. What I have on the table here is something I got from Booststock. So shout out to Aaron Speck. He is the owner and operator of Booststock, and they make some really good stuff for the GTR. Unfortunately, they are based in Australia. So it took me about a month to get these parts. So what you're looking at, these two pieces here are the pieces that failed on me and the reason why we're in the current predicament that we're at right now. So these two elbows here, well, 45, well, I don't know what you want to call these, but they are definitely like a hard plastic, but they come out of the car, and I'll show you that in a second. And what it is for the, it's for the heater core. So most cars have a metal heater core and metal outlets. This thing has a metal heater core with plastic outlets. I have no idea why they do that, but I just don't understand. Below here is what Booststock sells, and it is an upgrade to these pieces. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do this because it took me some research on trying to find out like how to actually do it, with little to no luck. So I just have had at it. So hopefully like what I'm about to show you will help you with your issue like it helped me. So what actually happened, if you guys watched from the beginning of this series, this little this end piece here actually just broke off. As you can tell here, it actually just broke off into the what do you want to call that, the rubber hose that was coming out of the car. So I didn't even know it was broken until, like my heat just went up and the car started acting funny, and eventually everything had to come out because the head gasket was just bad. So at that point in time, I've been in this whole predicament. So yeah, like I said before, Booststock sells these ears here, and they're actually pretty awesome. Most of this stuff you can actually kind of find. You can find this 10AN anywhere, really, and this 90 degree elbow anywhere. But what you can't find anywhere is the end that goes to the hold on, stupid, there it is. So what you're not gonna find is this piece here. So Booststock makes this thing, and they make it in-house, and it is a godsend because nobody else in anywhere that I've actually found makes these parts, except for like Nissan, to replace these. So what you're paying for is the whole kit, and but the whole kit is to eliminate some of these parts. So you get to these elbows here, and they come out of the car, and then there's supposed to be lines that come off. But that is they are very expensive to get and to make, but I can definitely make something that'll benefit me in my own way. So I just got the ears, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna pull you guys around over here, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly where it is that these things come out and why it's so important to upgrade it to metal. So give me 1 second. All right, now we are in the engine bay, and I want to show you guys exactly what we're looking at. So these are the inlet and outlet pipes for the heater core. It is on the firewall. I do have one of the screws out because I'm just going to delete this whole thing. I don't really need any of it. So and then they have like these weird pipes that go into the car, and it sits like this. So obviously my heater core parts are over there, the parts that come out of these holes. And there's a grommet that sits here and a grommet that sits here. And the heater core is right about here behind the firewall. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys exactly what the deal is and how to kind of do it. First things first. If you're attempting to do this, you do need to evacuate the AC system. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just recommending you that you definitely need to evacuate the system. Thankfully for me, I didn't have any AC in this car, so I'll show you like the high side and the low sides. I do actually have my HVAC license for cars. So R134A, I do have my license for. But if you do not, you have to take it to a shop to have the AC evacuated. So this is the high side of the system. The low side of the system is over here on this green part right here. So it uncaps there, and you can evacuate the system from one of these two ports or both of the ports. But you definitely need to have it evacuated. That will come into play in a couple minutes. So when I checked my AC system, all it had was air, like legit 2 pounds of air. Like it was just a quick puff, no Freon or anything like that, and I was able to actually take everything off. So if you guys do remember, when we started this project, I had a hard time getting the motor out with the AC compressor on. So now that the AC compressor is like, the system is evacuated and there was nothing in there, I could just take the AC compressor off. And as you can tell, like there are some stuff on here that I didn't really show you guys, like powder coated this, I cleaned up this, I put the elbows on, the turbos, I put the heat shields back on. There's a couple things that I did because I'm just getting impatient, but I didn't want to film, so I just kind of put everything on. So yeah, so like I said before, you have to make sure that your AC is evacuated. So we're gonna move on from there. I'm gonna set the camera up, and well, I can't really set the camera up, but I'm gonna show you guys if you do have the AC condenser and AC system all evacuated, you do need to undo these two lines here. These lines here go to the inside for the AC, for the cooling for your car. So you definitely need to undo this. 1 and 2. I think this is a 19 and this is like a 17 or something like that. So once those are undone, you can actually get inside and I'll show you exactly what to do. So give me 1 second and I'll show you. All right, people, so you're inside the car here. It is very, very close quarters, so it's easier for you just to take the front seat out. And I have mine just like, you know, over to the side over here. It's not nothing too crazy, but I do have my light, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we're gonna be looking at. So as you can tell, I have this halfway already done, so like, you know, you're gonna have to bear with me. But you will have to take the glove box off. So it is 2 screws up here for the lock. There's a screw over here, a screw over here, and I think that's it. You can just like yank it and it'll pop right out. So it's really not that hard to get the glove box itself out. So moving on from there, let's see. So you have a sensor here, as you can tell. It goes to the AC box. I think it's for the AC condenser. I want to say it's for the fan mode or whatnot, but I'm not exactly sure. But you're going to need to undo this. So this is the first sensor. And there is a sensor here, right here, you can tell. All right, that's sensor number 2, but that's not part of, it's just part of the harness. It's not part of this box, because you will have to remove this box here. And there is the last one is way up here, if you can see it. Hopefully you guys can see it, but there are 3 sensors. So you take all 3 of those sensors off, and you can put the harness to the side like so. So when that's all done, you have 4 screws. So you got one here, that's pretty obvious. There's one underneath right here. There's one over on this side, way back here. I don't know if you can see that, the light. All right, you can see it right there. And then you have your last one is way up here. So hopefully you guys can see that. So you pull those 4 out, and the AC condenser, like inside unit, will come straight out after you have the 17 and the 19, you know, disconnected from underneath. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So give me 1 second. All right, so now that I have all 4 of those screws out, all the sensors taken out. All you really need to do, since it goes through the firewall, you're really gonna have to give it a slight tug. Hold on one second. All right, and it comes right out. See that? The AC condenser for the inside comes right out as one big giant unit, and it is very dirty inside because yeah, it's just dirty. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this to the side here. All right, now you have clear access to the heater core here. So let's see, let me move this to the side here. And as you can tell, I do have one of the nipples already on. So what you're gonna have to do is, it'll be 4 screws. You're gonna need some type of screwdriver. It doesn't have to be super crazy, medium length or whatnot. And it's gonna have to be Phillips head. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull all 4 of the screws out. They're really tiny, like really tiny screws. So you're not really gonna lose them. But what you need to do is you need to unscrew them all 4 and turn the elbows down. So they're gonna be still in the, inside the firewall. What you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to turn them like this, and then you can pull them straight out. So that's the easiest way to do it. But yeah, once you have both of those out, you can actually pull this whole thing out if you like. See, there is see this thing here? It is a holder. All you need to do is just pop that off from the back there. I kind of broke mine, but like trying to figure it out. But I did it for you guys. I did it for you guys so that you guys know exactly what to deal with. So, but yeah, this thing, it's just like it snaps in, and it'll allow you to pull your whole condenser out if you like. So I'm just gonna do that. And I don't have anything in here because, like I said before, I was in here already, and I just want to make sure that you guys can figure out exactly what I'm doing. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this over and put it on the bench. All right. So now that we have the AC condenser, the heater core out, you can clearly tell what it is that we're looking at here. So in the Boostock kit, it comes with these like ears, well, these fittings, and it already has an O-ring already on it, so you don't really need to really worry about that. It matches the OEM fitting really well, so you don't really need to worry about that. So since this is already out, the easiest way to do it is just screw it back in. But you can tell from the ears how they are in the car. They sit just like this here. So hopefully you guys can see that. And what you need to do is unscrew all of these 4 bolts until you can actually wiggle it. So in the car, what you'll do is you'll turn it to like a 90 degree, and then you could pull it straight out. And you could do this with both ears. So this was my bottom ear here, and it was already broken. So all I had to do was just twist it out, and it came right out. So it is a little dirty, but it's been in a car, so it's just this foam stuff that's getting all over the place. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screw this in with the well, not supplied, but the bolts that came out of the OEM stuff, and we're gonna go back into the car and we're gonna get these bad boys finished up. So yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay, people, so now that we're at the point where we can actually start putting this bad boy back together. It's not a crazy bad install, but it's just lengthy because of the parts that you have to take off and the things that you have to do to get them off safely and within EPA compliance. So next thing we do have are these 2 elbows, but what we need to do is I need to take this the OEM part here. I need to take that off. So it is literally just 2 screws here. Let's see. It is just 2 screws here, but like one of them was already took them off. Like I said before, I'm like halfway through this, but this is the piece here. Hopefully it doesn't have anything in it. Put that off to the side, and I do have 1 grommet already inside. You can see all my light in there, and I do need my other grommet as well, wherever that is. Here it is. So I do have my 2 grommets here, and I'm gonna pop this other one back in, just like so. All right, so there is a orientation because these things came out at a little bit of an angle, which I didn't really like. Honestly, Boost Stock actually had these things manufactured, and if you can tell, the what do you want to call it? The heater core itself is a little bit angled, so I was trying to think, like, these things are super duper super straight, these 90-degree elbows. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I can get a 45-degree angle or something like that, and it would come out straight, but to no avail. I think it's like, I don't know, something like a 70-degree or something like that, like elbow, which I don't think they really make anything like that, but it is what it is. So we're gonna work with what we got. Boost Stock did assure me that the heater core does wiggle a little bit, which that's what that, you know, when it locks into place, it doesn't really lock in. So I don't know if I'm gonna hold that lock and put it back on, or I don't know, because like with these 2 things, it'll pretty much be locked in there, so it's really not going to go anywhere. But that's neither here nor there. We'll get to that whenever we can. But it's going to be really tight quarters in there. So let me get one done first and show you exactly how I did it. So give me 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so it's probably been about a good 10 minutes or so, and I want to show you there is a little bit of a trick to this. So first off, this 90-degree elbow that they supply you with, it does have a short stubby side and a long side. So you want to make sure that the long side is facing outwards. So let's go to the engine bay and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can tell, there is a you know, like you can snug this bad boy down from the inside or outside. But like I said before, you want to make sure that this is tight before you go into the car and actually put this bad boy onto the heater core itself. So looking at the inside, well, the engine bay here, see, it does come out at a little bit of an angle here. I didn't really like that at first because I tried it, but looking to see, it does look like you can throw threads on this and you'll be all right. I think you'll be just fine. So it'll snug down really nice. But if you don't tighten this up first before going inside, you'll have a bad day, because this, you'll just spin this from the outside, you know, and the whole fitting will spin, you know, like the whole this side of the fitting will all just spin, and then you'll have a leak. So you don't really want that. So going into the car, let me show you exactly what you need to do, because like I said before, it is very tight quarters in here, but I can show you exactly how to do it. So looking at this bad boy, what you're gonna have to do is, I can just demonstrate because I do have the one in my hand. So what you're gonna have to do is make sure that you put this out first. That's what you do. Hold on. Spin it a couple times, make sure it's, you know, like it'll go. And then, well, mine isn't really going. But what you need to do is you need to put the, you know, put the outlet out of the hole and then spin the whole thing. And you can wiggle the heater core. As you can tell, it has some wiggle room, not a lot, but some wiggle room. And then you could actually, thread it. So I can't do this with one hand, so let me get this done, and let me show you exactly what it looks like. Hold on. All right, people. So there you have it. The top and bottom are completed. It's a little bit more of a pain than I thought. So I think there is an easier way to do it. If you have the very tip already screwed, but make sure that the fitting that comes out of the firewall is tightened, and you can actually, I don't know how to say this, but like just take the piece off of the heater core itself with the rubber grommet and screw that in a couple threads, stick it through the firewall, and then you could spin it. And it's a lot easier to do it like that. You're just gonna have a little bit of a long neck screwdriver, Phillips head, to actually get to what you need to do. So here is what we're looking like here. Looks like two little turtle heads poking out. But that's exactly what you want to see. I can fit, like I said before, let me get, I have my 45 here. And we can try to see. Yeah. So it's looking really, really good. And I do have my own line here. So like I said before, I'm just going to delete this whole thing here, this whole big piece, because it's pretty much going to be useless. But I think I'm going to run 10 AN line to I don't know, there's like the steel lines that come underneath here, so that goes to the engine. So I'm going to tap into one of these, the line that goes here, and then I think there's another line that goes into the intake manifold, or you know, to the throttle body cables or something like that. So one of the lines are gonna go here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it goes here, and then I gotta figure out where the other line goes. I think it goes. I don't know. Like I have to double check. But like I said before, it is a work in progress. So like once I figure out where the coolant lines are gonna go, I can actually put them where they need to go. But I do have 10 AN line. But getting back to putting this back together, it is a very, very simple process. It is just those 4 bolts for the AC condenser for the inside of the car. Put everything back together and snug up everything out here. There are little O-rings here. It'll be on you if you wanted to replace them. I didn't have an issue with my car having AC, but I don't think that I had AC. So maybe I might just change those. They're just nylon O-rings, so it's really not that crazy. But I'm definitely going to clean out the box itself, put that back in, and put my glove box all back together. So give me 1 second, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. You've already seen it, but everything all back together and put together. So give me 1 minute. Okay, people, so this install is all finished up. Glove box is in, looking really, really good. Everything is looking good underneath the hood. So the little turtle heads are poking out. I gotta move this. But yeah, so it has been a couple hours since I last filmed anything. But let me show you what I've been up to. So what I did was, since I had all the AC stuff off, so I took in, I don't know what you want to call it, like little brushes or whatever. Like I just kind of polished it up, the lines here the best I could. Here, and here. So it doesn't look bad, but I mean, I could definitely do a little bit better. But yeah, see the AC lines go right in here. So, and then they travel all the way up to here. So the AC condenser, as you can tell, well, you probably can't tell, it was black before, really, really black. So what I did was I just took this out and spray painted it silver to make it look a little bit better. So what else I did underneath here, I took the dryer off and I tried to polish it as best I could. You're not really gonna see it, but what you will see is this AC fan here. This is something that you can see. I gotta put a bolt in there. But so this was like rusted to all hell. So what I did was took these 2 brackets and the AC dryer off. The AC dryer hanger as well was everything was all rusted. At least some surface rust anyway, but like now it looks, it looks a hell of a lot better, because as soon as I pop my hood, you're gonna easily see this bad boy. And now that it looks a lot better, I don't have any problem like looking at that. But like I said before, I gotta get a bolt in there. But yeah, so I don't know, this is where I'm gonna leave this video off. It took me a couple hours to get all that stuff done, cooled off and everything like that, but it's looking a hell of a lot better underneath. At least the front here. I do want to get a carbon fiber, like, you know, like piece for the front here. I guess it's like called a cooling tray or whatever. I definitely want to get myself one of these for sure. Make it look a little bit better. If I can find it in silver, that'd be great. But if I can't, it is what it is. I'm not really too worried about it. I had this whole theme when I bought this car to do silver carbon fiber like this. But this was the first thing I actually bought. I think I actually might just change it up because nobody really makes silver carbon fiber anymore. There was a long time ago. If I can find the pictures, maybe I'll put them up on screen. But there was a car a long time ago at Hot Import Nights. I don't know if you guys remember Hot Import Nights, but Hot Import Nights in Boston, I saw this R33 GTR there, and it had like a silver carbon fiber hood, silver like spats or silver what do you want to call that? You know, extensions or something like that. And then it had a all red interior. This was way before like looking OEM was cool, but you know, it had an all red interior. It looked badass like when I was really young. But now that I'm a little older, I don't know, I'm changing up my vibes a little bit. I still do like the red, but not for this car. For Ivy, yes, but for the GTR, probably not. But I don't know. I do have more coming. I finally have a bead on my intake manifold gaskets. They have been, I can't find anybody that has them in stock. Finally, I found some place that actually has them in stock, hands-on, and I'm going to get them hopefully this week. And we can get some more videos pumping out for you guys. So that is, like I said before, literally the only thing that's really holding me up right now. I think I have everything else that I'm going to need. Besides maybe like the harness for the R35 coil pack kit or whatever. But everything else I actually do have. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm doing R35 coil pack kit. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I cannot wait until the end of the week, and hopefully I can get you guys more content with the GTR. It is definitely coming up soon. I don't know. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for stopping by. Deuces.